whatever that come up out of the rivers, the streams, the seas, that does not have fins and scales, it should be an abomination unto you. Now what comes out of the rivers and the lakes and the seas that doesn't have fins and scales, that our people love to eat? Crabs. What else? There you go. What else? Lobsters, mussels, right? All of these so-called delicacies, man. And our people love that. They love wickedness, man. But we got to come back to the laws of the Lord. That's the only thing that's going to save us, brother.
That's right.
Right, so the Lord said not to eat these things. Are you going to now listen to the Lord, brother? No matter how much butter on the table, no matter how free it is, no matter how much, right, damn abundance of it is, are you going to keep the commandments? Are you sure, brother?
All praise.
All praises to the Most High.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make fringes up in the borders of their garments.
Right, so the Lord says, speaking to the children of Israel, right, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments. Read on.
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Right, read on, read on.
And it shall be upon unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it.
So the fringes are to look upon it. Read on.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord Yahweh, and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye use to go a-whoring.
There you go. To not seek after them after your own eyes and your own heart, which you used to go a-whoring. So these fringes, the Lord said he has to give you a physical reminder to keep the commandments.
Right.
That's why all the brothers up here have fringes. Every brother that's in the truth has fringes. This is a physical reminder to keep the commandments. Right? And some brothers got fringes on fringes. Full fringes, man.
Right.
They trying to get fancy sometimes. Right? And that's all ordained from the Lord. It's like, but the Lord said, look, man, to keep the fringes as a physical reminder to do the commandments.
That's right.
Right? Not to be cool. It's not a fashion statement. It's not we all just came together and said that's wear fringes. The Lord said to do that. So remember the commandments. So now that you look upon them, you remember not to eat pork, not to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, all of these wicked things in the society. Lust after women, fight your brother, all of these things. If you bumped into me, brother, I'm going to look down. Hey, man, I got to keep it moving, man. Just don't put your hands on it. Right? You just got to keep the commandments, man. Straight like that. Right? Give me Exodus 20 and 8.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Remember the Sabbath day.
So the Lord said as a commandment, remember the Sabbath day, man. Right? Read on.
To keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
6 days the Lord gave you to labor and do everything. Right? You can go to work. Right? You can go in your backyard. You can do all the work, man. The Lord said he gave you 6 days to labor and do all thy work.
But the seventh day.
Now what is the seventh day, brother? What you think, brother? What's the seventh day of the week?
Like the seventh day of the week?
Yeah.
Sunday, right?
You said what?
Sunday, right?
That's the first day of the week, brother.
Oh.
When you look on any calendar, that's the first day of the week. So what's the seventh? You said Sunday? No, that's the first day of the week, brother. Sunday is the first day of the week. No. It's Saturday, brother. Saturday. And the day begins when the sun goes down. Right? So from Friday night to Saturday sundown, right, is the Sabbath day. Right? Bring that out in Genesis 1 and 5. Got you. You got it? Bring it out.
The book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day.
Now the evening until the morning was the first day. Not the morning until the evening. Contrary to popular belief, the so-called white man tells you that when the sun comes up, it's a new day. But the Lord said when the sun sets, it's a new day until the sun rises again. Right? Till the sun sets back down. That's order. That's what the Lord said, man. And we'll give a damn about the society and what they think. Right? The Lord said that the Sabbath day is from Friday night to Saturday sundown. And that's a holy day that we must keep. Give me the book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Right? We got to keep these days. You know, all of this world, they have different days that they proclaim. Right? But the Lord told us to keep that. Us being Israelites, we have a heritage that we must keep. Law, statutes, and commandments. How to conduct ourselves. How to dress. What to eat. Right? Read on.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Why doeth one day excel another.
So the Lord is asking you a question. Why does one day excel another?
Whereas all the light of every day in the year is of the sun. By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts.
Like the Lord altered seasons and feasts. He broke it down for you, man. He giving you certain high holy days, right? He is seasoning these things, you know?
Verse 9, some of them have he made high days.
Right, some of them he had made high days, like the Passover, Feast of Dedication, Purim, right? Feast of Tabernacles, right? All of these things are esteemed as high, you know?
And hallowed them. And some of them have he made ordinary days.
Now, ordinary day would just be a random Monday. That's an ordinary day. But today is a high holy day. It's the Sabbath day.
Right.
And we got to keep the commandments, brother. When is the
What?
Sabbath day? From Friday night to what?
Saturday.
Sundown. That's right. From Friday night to Saturday sundown. Right? Y'all see yourself on the sign right here? We out here for y'all. Where you see yourself on that sign, sister? Judah? Judah. What about you, sister?
Judah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got an elder in the building. That's right. We got an elder in the building. Hey, the sister knows who she is. That's a beautiful thing. Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 29.
Bring it up!
That's beautiful, man. And give me Titus 2 and 3. Right? And that's a beautiful thing that you're coming out to get the words of the Lord. If you don't take anything from this, look at the example. You got the elder, she's in order, a nice, beautiful dress on, right? Got the fringes on, right? And you're going to be next through the Spirit. I'm going to prophesy that, right? Bring that up.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 29.
Bring it up!
The glory of young men is their strength.
Now, the glory of all the young men are their strength, right? They're strong, they're mighty, they fight, you know?
And the beauty of old men is the gray hair.
Right, the beauty of old men or old women are their gray hair. Right, they're in order. Statues, judgment. Read. Don't got it? All right.
The book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
But speak thou things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things are the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? So like you said, you see yourself in that sign. Where you see yourself in that sign, sister?
American blacks, Judah.
American blacks, Judah. Now, do you find the term African American in the Bible? Now, the Lord has created 18 nations of people, right? You got all of these different nations, right? You got the Zidonians, right? You got the damn Canaanites, right? All of these nations, the Edomites, the Ammonites. Now, who are you in the Bible? We got to find out. We living in the last days. It's time to wake up out of sleep. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 and verse 1.
Bring it up!
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
Now, who is the Lord making a covenant with? The children of who? That's right, the children of Israel. Give me 28 and 15. Let's see what pertains to the children of Israel.
This is Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it up!
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Lord is telling the Israelites, it will come to pass if you don't hearken me and to listen unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now what's happening to the Israelites if they don't listen? All these what? Curses that's coming upon the Israelites. So let's figure out, because we could be making this up. Let's figure out the curses so we can see who the Israelites are today. Give me 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now sister, when you look around, who's cursed in the cities? Who's living in the lowest conditions? Who's cursed in the cities? The Lord said, cursed shalt thou be in the city. Who walking around don't know who they are?
Most of African Americans.
Right, so,
Judah.
right, Judah, there you go, the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans.
Right.
Hey brother, you see yourself in that sign? Like the so-called African Americans, right? We the ones that don't know anything. We think we nothing but African Americans, right? We think we niggas. We think we nobody. All right, con. Right? We think we nobody, right? But the Lord is saying, what? We the children of Israel. We are somebody. We have a rich heritage. We have a Lord and Savior, right? Read on.
And cursed shall they be in the field.
And the Lord said, cursed shall thou be in the field. Now, what nation of people was working from sun up to sun up, getting their backs beat in slavery? We was. So the Lord said, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Right? Give me 66.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
And our life hangs in doubt before us on an everyday basis. We don't know whether we get pulled over from the police, whether we gonna get shot down, right? They can murder us in cold blood and get away with it. The Lord said our life shall hang in doubt, you know?
And thou shalt fear day and night.
And we fear day and night as a nation, right? Because we don't have no hope. We're looking around, look at our people, man. They just strung out. Like just waiting at the bus stop. The damn bus done passed 15 times. And they still there. Right? Read on.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
Right? We don't have no assurance of our life. Right? Give me 29.
Verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noondays as the blind gropeth in darkness.
And as a nation of people, we grope at noonday. We feel like we don't have no help. We don't know where to turn. We get beat down, oppressed, shot down in the streets, and we feel like we don't have no hope. Right? We grope at noonday like the blind gropeth in the darkness. Now, if you took a blind man and put him in the middle of the street, he gonna try to feel his way back to concrete so that he can start walking. And that's what we do as a nation. Us being blind and having no understanding in light, which is the law, to guide us in this dark world. You know?
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Name something we prosper in as a nation, sister.
We prosper in each other. Whenever we're such a dynamic group, whenever one of us gets killed,
No, I'm saying, sister, who owns that building? Who's prospering? Who prints the money?
the white
There you go. So we're not prospering in this society. It's nothing that you can physically look at right now and say we own it. Right? Read on.
And thou shalt be only oppressed.
Only what?
Only oppressed.
So, sister, what nation of people is only oppressed and what?
And spoiled evermore.
So what people are only oppressed? We the only ones oppressed.
Right.
So who the Lord speaking to? The Lord speaking to the Israelites. What would that make us, sister? I can't hear you. You got to say it in the mic. You got to say it in the mic, sister. There you go.
The Israelites.
That's right. That makes us the Israelites, sister. Now you can't get around these curses. These curses are alive and well, even today. Right? You gotta understand that. Right? Give me the book. Jump to 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall send thee.
Read on.
And thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in.
Right, we're going to do a lot of work, but we're not going to reap anything in the society from it. We're going to put a lot of in it. We're going to build all the buildings up. Right, we're going to build up everything, but we're not going to reap anything from it, man. Give me Haggai 1 and 5. Right? And the Lord said this, that the curses would come upon the Israelites for not listening to the commandments. Now the same people that walked with Moses across the Red Sea look just like all of us out here, because we are the Israelites. We are the Israelites. Right? And now you have to understand and come back to the Lord. Now you don't never have to think about, who am I, man? I used to think about that in the world. I was like, who the hell am I, man? I remember I went into a damn 7-Eleven one time, and the lady said, where am I from? I said, I don't know. I was damn about to tell her my hood, man. I said, shoot, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's how destroyed we was mentally. Because we don't even know where we come from. Our language. Then we get beat to speak English. What was our language before that? Before the white man came with this filthiness and poured all type of wine down our throat to have us drunk so that we could walk in his ways. What were we doing before that? You said what? Right, we are Hebrews. We were speaking Hebrew. That's right. Give me that in the Acts. What you holding? All right, bring it up.
This is the book of Haggai, 1 and 5. Now, therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little.
Right, the Lord said we have sown in much, but we bring in little. We work all day, man. The so-called white man, all he do is point. He tell you what to do, and he get the most money.
Right.
We the ones putting in all the work. The Lord said we sown in, but we get much little. You know?
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
Right, we eat, but we don't have enough. Right, we still hungry. All these brothers up here.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Right, we drink, but we still not filled. We still missing something.
Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes.
Right, he that earneth wages, meaning earneth money, he earn it just to put in his pocket that got holes in it. Now when you put money in your pockets, you just losing. You paying rent and sky high.
Right.
Like don't have no money.
Right.
All hell breaking loose. Right, and the Lord. Shalom, King. Right? And the Lord said, look, man, we earning wages to put in a damn bag that got holes in it. And that's how we are as the Israelites. Right? Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. I want you to listen to this curse, sister. Listen to this curse.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now we back to the curses. Now the Lord said that he would bring the Israelites back into Egypt again. So we're going to show you what Egypt means in the Bible.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Out of Egypt.
out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is known as the house of bondage, the house of slavery, captivity, death, and oppression. So we about to read in the Bible how we got to Egypt.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again
Back into bondage again.
with ships.
What?
With ships.
Now, hold on now, sister. We just read that the Israelites went into slavery on ships, man. Without a shadow of a doubt, we the Israelites. I want you to know that for sure this day that we are the Israelites. We not just some niggas standing on the corner. We not some people that don't got nothing to do. We the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
And the Lord has ordained us from old to be kings and princesses walking this earth.
Right.
To be royalty. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Bring it out. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
So this is how the Lord feels about you. He says that you are holy people. Right? You're not just an Israelite walking around with a bag in your hand. You holy. You
Right.
gotta know that. Right?
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee
Chosen you.
to be a special people
Special sister.
unto himself
Unto the Most High self.
above all people.
What is this sister right here?
Above all people.
Sister, you above all these other nations on this earth, sister. You smarter. You more intelligent. You cooler. Fashion, everything. Your melanin, everything about you is better than all these other women on the face of this earth.
That's right. That are upon the face of the earth.
Who can cook like you, sister? Nobody. Nobody can cook like you, sister. Right? Right? And that's the truth, man.
Right.
Who can do anything? You think this lady can cook like you? Look at this lady right here. All she do is put water in a pot and celery and goddamn carrots, no flavor, drain the carrot juice and pour it on a piece of bread and eat raw meat. Right, that sounds nasty as hell. Right, and that's how they get down, man. They kind of mix their cat food and then they mix it in with the burgers. Right, that's how they get down, man. They're filthy people, man. Right, and they like their food red. Right, they like it bleeding. Right, that's how they like their food. They don't cook like us. Right, we the ones that get down in the kitchen. We have the flavor. We have the understanding of the Lord. Right, because we the Israelites. And ain't no other nation upon this face of this earth like us in anything. We the strongest, the powerfulest, we the most intelligent. Hey man, we God's chosen people. We the Israelites.
That's right.
I'm gonna show you something real fast. Give me the book of Psalms, right? Chapter 18 and verse 29. Now I'm gonna ask you, can a so-called white man do that? You said it's a bus right there? Okay, well we gonna give you a flyer.
I got a flyer right here.
All right, sister, you gotta say your nationality one more time.
Judah.
That's right. That's right, sister. Don't forget that. All right. Most I willing, the brothers gonna be out here. You gonna be out here, brothers?
She said y'all gonna be out here.
Next week, the brothers gonna be out here, sister. Don't leave the system. Right? And that's what your enemy will do. You see you knocking on the damn window and still pull off, man. Right? Hold on. You got any questions, sister?
I'm coming to get anything. I live like 40 minutes out from Pittsburgh.
All right, all praise.
I seen it was one brother take took a picture with you guys. I'm like, my multiple brothers is here. I think I shared up here.
All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. All praise. Now, brother, I'm talking to you. You see yourself on the sign right here? Before you say anything, we love you, brother. Don't nobody up here want to fight you.
Right.
Right? All we want you to do is point out where you see yourself. That's all we want you to do. Now, you got so-called African American, right? American blacks, right? You got the West Indians, the so-called Haitians. Do you see yourself on that sign, King?
No.
Would you be a so-called black man?
Yeah.
All right, then you see yourself on that sign.
So what I gotta say, for me, I died. But listen to me. 1970. Bebop. I died. God's boy time. I didn't want to leave from where I was at. Beautiful. You know?
All right, brother.
God said